work. Am I going wrong here, Sandra?
You're not going wrong here at all. I mean, the number one thing right now is that we're seeing $4.03 national average at the pump, reported by the EIA this afternoon. What has to happen here in the very short term is higher prices have to eventually cure higher gas prices. People have to change the demand in this country. We can't control what's happening in China, India, whatever it is.
That's happening on a, I don't know how fast it is, but according to Memorial Day MasterCard statistics, Americans use 5% less gas year to year this Memorial Day. But that's not the solution to the long-term problem. You've got OPEC. These are gangsters who do not like the United States, some of whom want to destroy this country. We got to get off this oil-based economy. We have to. And the only way to do it is the way I said. That is the only way.
Which brings me to the number 2 point, is not only do we have to change our demand, but we have to demand change. We have to go to the politicians.
So you wouldn't oppose Congress mandating, and I don't like to get big government involved in private business, but you wouldn't oppose Congress telling Detroit, you have to make these vehicles, and if you don't, the gas-onlys are going to be taxed right through the roof. You wouldn't oppose that.
Make the vehicles more fuel efficient,
well,
make more of these vehicles.
That'll come along.
But these are the longer-term approaches to solve this problem. There's the long-term approach, there's the medium-term approach, which means going out there and actually buying these more fuel-efficient cars, which people are not yet doing. We're not seeing the signs of that.
The SUV market is, believe me, hurting. All right, how about you, Jennifer? Am I making a mistake here? Do you oppose my proposals?
Well, I think that it is time for the government to intervene some. We've already seen some of that happen. Of course, we're going to see more of it. But I think, to Sandra's point of consumer behavior changes, there have been some very big consumer behavior changes. There's going to be more down the line. Obviously, you know, consumers are saying, no, we don't want the SUV. We don't want the Hummer.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna
happening.
Go look for
that's happening, and that's good. We want people to save and conserve air conditioning up to 73, 74, less driving. But if we don't get away from OPEC and the oil-based economy, there's going to be a world war. We're competing with oil now with China. Very dangerous country in the long run. These people aren't going to stop. When Israel attacks Iran, and it's a when, not an if they continue, that's going to put oil to $250 a share. Iran can do anything at any time to destabilize the region. Saudi Arabia, $2. That's how much it costs. They want $138. Come on. Now, Congress has got to do it. They have to do it. Once they pass that law, you'll see the alcohol-based fuels everywhere because there'll be profit in it, and they'll do it.
And you know what? And I think that they'll do it if we demand it. And I think we're getting to a point where we will begin demanding it.
All right, so you don't have any problem with it. Both you ladies don't have a problem.
No.
You don't have a problem with my proposal.
With it, no.
Because the Neil Cavutos, and I love Neil, everybody knows that, they're not on board with this. They don't want government interference in the market. Go ahead.
They need to encourage development. Number one is when we're talking about
what?
Development of oil resources. Right now we're talking, well, a lot of the argument is out there, we need to drill in Anwar. We don't even really have all of the refining capacity in the United States to actually handle more oil
What
in
I'm
the States.
trying to tell you, Sandra, is you're never going to solve these problems. Refineries, drilling, this is never going to happen. We can't be self-sufficient in oil here. We use too much. If we get off the oil, that's what we have to do.
And one of the solutions to that has been ethanol. Okay, there's arguments here, there, everywhere that this is not panned out. This was certainly a step in the right direction.
One word, Brazil. You been there?
They've proved it with sugar-based
I've been there 5
ethanol.
times, all right? If Brazil can do it, Jennifer, the United States can do it. It's as simple as that. Last word.
Well, two words, Saudi Arabia. I mean, we've got, you know, they've got plenty of oil to produce, and they're just not doing it fast enough.
Yeah,
they said they're going to have a meeting. We need an emergency OPEC meeting.
Right, here's a bulletin, Jennifer, here's a bulletin for you and for Sandra and for everybody. They don't like us. They can hug Bush all day long. They don't like us. They're going to hurt us. We got to get out of there. We got to get out of there.
There is no question, Bill, that we need to be more energy efficient ourselves.
You ladies got to get,
you know, more in wind.
You ladies got to get angry like me. All right, you got to go home and you got to get Howard Bealish. We got to get angry. Thanks for coming in.